So last time we got most of the work done on the neck. I've just been over it and I've given it a quick sand up, and we're pretty close to where we need to be now. So I'm going to set this to one side now and start to crack on with another job that desperately needs doing, and that is to get everything sorted out on this pick guard and get all the wiring done. Now the main job I'd like to get done in this episode is to get the pick guard all wired up, so get the pickups installed and get all the rest of the wiring done. However, the issue I've got is these are the pickup covers I've got, and I chose these because I wanted them to be slightly darker than the pick guard itself, and as you can see they're actually lighter if anything. Now what I've kind of observed over my many years of looking at Stratocasters is all of the plastic parts seem to age at a different rate. So, you know, the knobs, the switch tip, the pickup covers are quite often all different colours, and they're all usually different colour to the pick guard, which can be any variation of yellow, amber, cream, green. They all just seem to age differently. And to that end, I want the pickup covers to be a little bit more yellowed, as if they've spent their life in a smoky bar. I'm going to do some experimentation, and I've got a set of kind of plain white pickup covers that came with the pickups, which aren't going to get used, but if I can get these to stain up nicely, they might end up getting used after all. But if I mess them up, no great loss there. Now I did ask for suggestions on how to kind of stain these, and a number of things came back. I think the most viable one was to UV bomb them, put them in a box with a UV lamp for a couple of days and let that do the magic. I don't have that set up, and I can't really justify spending that kind of money and time to build such a thing just for one set of pickup covers, so I'm not going to go that route. So the obvious thing to think is, if I want to stain something, I'll use some stains. So what I've got here are a selection of spirit stains, and I've used these a lot in years gone by. I tend to use water-based more now, but I have used these a great deal, and in particular I've got two which I always used to use for mixing up my amber when I was lacquering necks, etc. And to be honest, it was a little bit inconsistent because you're mixing by hand, but if you got it right, it gave a nice amber colour. So I've got here yellow and rosewood. So these are the two that I'm going to start my experimentation with. And that will just basically involve getting some rubber gloves on because I don't want yellow hands. Get a piece of tissue. And basically I'm going to have at it. I'm going to start with the yellow just to see what that looks like. My instinct is it'll look awful, but we'll give it a go. And as you can see, that isn't what we want at all. I'll just give that a few seconds to dry, and we'll see if we can wipe some off and make it a little bit more acceptable. Okay, that's been drying for 5 minutes, so I'll just take a bit of tissue, give it a wipe. And that's not bad, but the problem is it's actually just wiping straight off, and I can pretty much clean all of that off with a tissue, so that's clearly no good because that's just going to wipe off and whoever's playing the guitar will have yellow hands. To counteract that, I'm just going to try just scuff it up with a bit of wire wool, and this time we'll try a bit of the rosewood stain. My feeling is I'm going to have to go with a mixture of the two, but we'll see what we can achieve with just the single colour. And again, that's kind of dried up quite nicely. And it's adhered much better, but the colour is still wrong. So I'm going to see if I can clean this one back up again with just a bit of isopropyl alcohol, and then I'll try mixing the two colours together and see what we can come up with. So that's cleaned up again. There is a little bit of marking on it, but we are effectively relicking something, so we don't need it to be absolutely perfect. And I've mixed together a little bit of the two stains just to give me more of an amber colour. And I'm going to leave that for a full kind of 5 minutes to dry. It's way too dark at the moment, but hopefully much of that will rub off. Okay, a clean bit of towel and see how we've done. Now that's quite subtle, and I think that's pretty much the look I'm going for. So I am going to now, again, get that wire wool on the job, and then we can get them all stained. So they're all nicely scuffed up now, and I'm just going to apply this mainly to the tops because that's most of what you see, and just a little bit around the sides. And that looks almost dry already. So I'm going to polish that off. And if anything, that's possibly a little bit too much, so I'm just going to continue just to take that back a bit. I actually think that is looking quite good. The real test is how they actually look in the pickguard. But I actually think they look quite nice. I think the colour is spot on. I think they're a little bit patchy, so I am going to have another go at them and just see if we can get them a little bit better. So I think that's better, and I've got a little bit of worn 1200 grit super acidics, and I'm just going to give them a rub with that, even it out a little bit. And I'm actually really happy with the way that they look now, so I'm going to clear everything out of the way. And I'm just going to give these a very quick spritz with a bit of clear nitro lacquer, just to seal that in and stop it from rubbing off when I'm playing. So we'll leave those for an hour to dry up, and then we can start assembling the pickups into the pickguard and have a look at getting the wiring done. Okay, so I've spent a little bit of time with these pickup covers, and I've actually come to the conclusion that they're way too dark. I'm not happy with it. It doesn't look natural, and it just looks out of keeping with the rest of the pickguard. So I've had another go, and I've used the other set of covers, and I've done a much more subtle relicing job. So they're a lot more consistent, it's a lot more even the way I've applied it, and I'm actually a lot more happy with that, and I'm going to go with them. So the next step is to get the pickups all assembled into this pickguard, and we can start with the wiring. If any of you are wondering why you can hear a kind of a drumming sound while I'm doing this, it is because, once again, it is absolutely chucking it down. We're getting on to the middle of June, and it still hasn't stopped raining. I think we've had exactly 0 sunny days so far this summer, and I want my money back. Okay, time to break out a plan and the soldering iron. And this wiring job is relatively straightforward. Basically, all of the black wires from the pickups need to get grounded onto one of the pots. Each of the wires from the pickup will then go to the switch, and from the switch the circuit will go to the potentiometers and then to the output. It is relatively straightforward, especially if you break it down into bits. So, you know, you deal with all the wires from the pickups going to the switch as one section, you ground out all the rest of the wires as another, and then deal with wiring to the pots and wiring the capacitors onto the pots. Chunk it down like that and it should be a fairly straightforward thing to do. But the first thing I want to do is just to take some steps to keep all of these wires as nice and tidy as I can. It's important because all of these wires have to kind of run centrally down the middle of the pickups to fit into the routing, and to do that I'm just going to take some bits of heat shrink. I'm not actually going to heat shrink them on, but I'll just use them to contain the wires together. When that's sorted, I can break out the soldering iron and start to get these pickup leads connected. Okay, so ready to start soldering. I'm not going to talk you through every stage of this. There's plenty of diagrams and probably plenty of videos out there that can kind of tell you exactly how to do this. So I'm going to start with the neck pickup, which is this one, and I'll catch up with you when it's all done. Okay, and there it is all wired up. I'm going to temporarily install the output jack just so we can check this. Obviously these wires are way too long at the moment, so they'll have to be trimmed down at some appropriate time, and then we can give it a test. And all I'm going to use is my small shop amp. As you can hear, that's on now. Plug that in. And there's quite a lot of hum there. Everything seems to be where it needs to be. However, my soldering iron is still turned on, so I'll turn that off. Yeah, that seems to have done the trick. Right, okay, so as always, we'll just run through and test the pickups. So that should be in the bridge position, which it is. Volume works. Tone works. Second tone has no control over that pickup, which is correct. So they'll go the middle position. And again, that should be this tone control. Which is all good. And then the neck position. And that tone shouldn't have any impact now because it's this one. And then there's just the two in between positions. And that all seems to be behaving perfectly, which is amazing. So really pleased with that. And I'll just unplug that, turn everything off. I just want to do a little bit of a comparison. So that's my wiring, and these three could be cleaned up a little bit. These are the two that go to the output jack and the one ground that goes to the spring claw. I might need to put another ground on because I'm going to be using shielding paint on this one, so I'll put another ground on there which will connect to that. But I just want to compare and contrast it with the wiring on my American standard Stratocaster, which I don't think looks as nice. I think mine's much better. So yeah, all in all, very happy with that. Gone very well. And another fairly big job to be ticked off the list. I think next up we can start to get all of the pieces of the build together and start to do some kind of trial assembly work just to make sure that it all fits properly. However, that's a bit too much for this episode, so I'm going to pick up again with that next time. So until then, don't forget to hit that like button if you've enjoyed this, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I will look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.